What's up, Nail Geeks? I have more Halloween and spooky things to show you guys. I have Lemming Lacquer's brand new Halloween 2020 collection to show you all. This features various finishes and 8 awesome polishes. So let's dive right in. First up is Hex Intense. This is an ultraviolet to purple to red multichrome with holographic micro flakes and sparks. On release, this one will be 13. So this is what I want to dub as a very intense type of multichrome. There is a mostly dominant purple to red shift with it. We're not seeing tons of colors with it. However, it's very easy to shift between that purple and red. I did try to catch it on some of my macro shots, which I'll definitely post at the recap of the video. In indoor lighting and in bright lights, you're going to see it as this very luminous type of deep, vampy type of glowy sort of purple. And at angles and in shaded lighting, you'll see this gorgeous, strong red glow. Very pretty. Now the formula is very much a dense type of jelly. I think 2 coats will be just fine for most. And it does dry down on the flat side, so to really exploit those hollow micro flakes, which they are of the smaller variety, I'd suggest a good glossy top coat. And Spectres Bargain is an orange holographic with green to blue to red purple multichrome shimmer. On release, this one will be 12. So this is what I would consider more of a classic type of Halloween orange. It's a little bit on the light side, but the shimmer really lightens it up a bit. So as you build it up, you're going to get this strong type of shimmer effect, and especially in bright lights, you'll see it as this greenish type of cast that you see on the video. And at angles, it does shift over to a lovely type of blue. I do feel like it's on the somewhat subtle side in terms of like shifty color roll, but it's definitely there as this lovely type of ghostly sort of shimmer, if you will. So for the most part, I think 2 coats is going to make everyone happy. It does have a very smooth type of formula to it, and again, I'm going to recommend a good glossy top coat to finish it off. And next is her Dark Majesty. This is a pink to purple to green to gold multichrome with holographic micro flakes and sparks. On release, this one will be 13. This is my favorite out of all of them. It is so gorgeous in person, really shifty, it's gorgeous. Definitely what I typically go to when I'm looking for a Halloween or a really vampy type of shade. So you can see on this first coat here, the base color is definitely this lovely type of bluish shade, but the multichrome pigment in this really just takes over everything as you build it up. So in bright lights and in indoor lighting, you'll see that pinky purple type of effect, but at angles, it easily shifts over to a green and a gold. It's really lovely in person. Now I'm also digging those holographic microflakes. These are of the somewhat smaller to somewhat medium almost type of flakes, but they give you this really strong scattered sparkling effect across your nails. This also applies like a very dense jelly. It's easy to build up, and you can see here on my full hand shot a bit of that twinkling like effect and that super strong purple to greenish shift. And Bone Fairy is a gray Crelly with pink to orange to gold to green multichrome shimmer with holographic micro flakes and sparks. This one is going to be 13 on release. So this has what I do agree with the official description as being a true Crelly type of formula. Again, it's very smooth on the brush strokes. At this point, I do expect from Lemming Lacquer to have more dense type of formulas, which I personally appreciate. Working in a lab and constantly handling harsh reagents, I like my polishes to be on the thicker side in terms of protecting my nails just as much as a base coat would, but I digress. For opacity on this one, between 2 and 3 coats, though honestly I found 2 coats was just perfect. And in bright lights and an indoor light, you'll definitely see what you see on the video. It's got this almost type of pinkish reddish cast to it with an easy shift over to green at angles. And next we have Lycanthropy. This is a medium turquoise with orange to gold to green shimmer and flakes. On release, this one will also be 13. So this is definitely what I would consider a medium turquoise. It's not quite on the darker side, but also not quite super bright either. So right there in between. The flakes in it are very strong. You'll get this lovely warm color roll with them. And for opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats. Now, I personally took it up to 2 coats, and I found that it plumped out very nicely, easy to build up, and you'll get a generous amount of those flakes, which in my opinion, they are of the small to medium variety, but they're very obvious as you build it up. So you can see here on that second coat, you really can't see my free edge, which I really liked in that it's very jelly-like. So the formula is very, very easy to build up. Again, on the full hand shot, you are seeing a glossy top coat just to really exploit those flakes. And Hobgoblin is a brown jelly with a multi-chrome shifting cyan to blue to purple to red and holographic micro flakes and sparks. On release, this one will also be 13. This is another one of my top picks from the set. I really enjoyed this. The multi-chrome pigment in this one is pretty strong, and it really takes over that brown base. So when you build it up, you can't really even tell that the base color is this dusky type of brown. Now in indoor lighting, you'll see it like what you see on the video. There's that strong purplish type of glow with it, but at angles, it easily has this lovely, lovely reddish type of shift to it. Very interesting. This also has that lovely multi-chrome micro flake effect to it, so you get that soft twinkling across the nail. Again, easy to build up. For the most part, I think 2 coats is going to be perfect on this one too. And just really lovely, especially with that glossy top coat. It just helps to really see those color rolls. And Season of the Witch is a rich burnt orange holographic with orange shimmer. On release, this one will be 12. So this is just a touch darker, just a little bit deeper than that previous orange I showed you guys. It almost has a bit of a copper lean to it, so I would definitely describe it as a burnt orange. This has lots of holographic pigment to it. There's quite a bit of rainbows, especially when you're in the sunshine, and there's that lovely orange shimmer, which I think kind of plays up against that little bit of a copper undertone. Now this has a very creamy, smooth formula to it. Again, very easy to get it nice and plump across your nails. Now it does dry down on the flat side, so I'm going to really recommend a good glossy top coat with this one, just to really maximize that holographic effect. You can see on that second coat, this one also has quite a bit of a creamy type of self-leveling formula to it. And Nightmare's Gloom is a red to violet to orange to copper multichrome with flakes shifting gold to green to blue to purple. On release, this one will also be 13. So this has what I want to classify as a somewhat jelly-like formula, but it does apply very rich and dense and heavy like a Crelly. So for the most part, again, I think 2 coats is going to be just fine for most. This is packed full of those flakes. They are of the larger variety. I had no problems in terms of fishing or placement or anything, as you're seeing here, especially on that second coat. You'll get quite a bit of them on the brush, and they easily lay down nice and flat in a metallic almost way, in that I had no problems with them poking up or anything like that. Now, I will say that Nightmare's Gloom does dry down very, very flat, so you're going to want to use a good glossy top coat, and sealing that off, you'll get that nice cool toned type of backdrop with that warm type of color roll against those flakes. Now the Halloween collection will release September 18th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I will link you guys below to Lemming's shop when that goes live. You can grab the entire 8-piece collection for $90, and those will have free priority shipping. I know with a lot of the shipping delays and stuff, priority shipping has been one of my favorite things when I'm doing orders lately, so that's definitely there. I'll break all of this down below for you guys in the description box, as well as linking you guys to the Facebook fan group if you'd like to see additional swatches and all that good stuff. Now, I do want to also note as well that I am in the midst of upgrading my computer. I am upgrading a ton of stuff on the actual tech aspect, I guess, if you will. So some things might start looking just a little bit off from what I normally do, but just please bear with me. It's definitely going to be an incredible improvement. If anything looks a little bit odd in some of the videos, I apologize about that. It's just a little bit of growing pains. I'm trying to upgrade stuff so that it looks even better for you guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.